Pivot tables are a powerful tool to analyze complex data on an Excel sheet. Let's see how we can use ChatGPT to learn to create a professional looking pivot table with all the bells and whistles, pivot charts, and other advanced features to analyze the data. The first and foremost requirement to create a pivot table is data. Let's create data using ChatGPT. I give a prompt to ChatGPT to create a data table so that I can create pivot table. Create a data table so that I can use it to create a pivot table. A2 to A30 to contain 10 different random salesman names like John, Philip, etc. B2 to B30 to contain 4 regions like North, South, etc. Again random for all the salesmen. C2 to C30 to contain different computer products like laptops, keyboards, mouse, Windows software, etc. All of them random. D2 to D30 to contain months like Jan, Feb, etc. Again, they're all random. E2 to E30 to have sales numbers from 1,000 to 100,000 depending upon the price of the products sold. Give a suitable heading to the table columns. So we have a data table ready for use. If you want more data, you can ask for more in the same format. You can ask, give me 30 more rows of the same data. For the purpose of this video, let me proceed with the present data. Now I copy paste this data into Excel. Now I asked ChatGPT to explain step by step to create a pivot table based on the above data. I want it to look professional and include all the advanced features of a pivot table. So ChatGPT gives us various options to implement. First of all, let me insert a pivot table. I select the entire data. I go to Insert, Pivot Table. Now I drag the salesman in the rows, region also in the rows. I keep the products in the filter and months in the column. Now the table looks like this. I can drag and drop them in different ways to change the table format. I can see salesman-wise table, keeping the products in the filter, or I can also see product-wise table, keeping the salesman in the filters, or I can see a region-wise table, keeping the products in the column, or I can choose to see month-wise data. So I can move the fields as per my requirement. To make it easy for us to read and analyze the table, I want to add slicers. I go to each field and right-click and add that field as a slicer. Now with slicers, I can easily filter out what I don't want to see. If I want to see the performance of an individual salesman, I can do that. Or if I want to see the performance of a particular product, I can do that as well. Now I choose the table and go to conditional formatting, and I can set a condition or a rule to see that on the chart. And I go to Format Table to change the design. And when I click on the pivot table, I can see these two options. I go to Design and see options like subtotals removed or added, grand totals removed or added, or change the report layout. I go to Pivot Table Analyze and add a pivot chart. Now, when I filter the table, the chart automatically changes. If you have any specific questions about pivot tables, ask ChatGPT and get the answers. That's data analysis using pivot table with ChatGPT's help.